times, but last year when I first came here. So when I was 16, I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and I'm 42 now, and I was put onto medication, Western medication, and to treat the seizures, and over that period of a few decades, nearly 3 decades, that medication nearly killed me. I was not looking very healthy. Had a lot of side effects. Like you take those kind of medicines to treat one thing, and then you got all these side effects, insomnia and depression, anxiety, and blah blah blah. It just goes on, and then you have to take some medicine to treat some side effect, and it's like a really vicious cycle, right? And then I think it was about 3 months ago or so, I made the decision to stop taking medication altogether, and it got pretty rough, because you take medications for a long time, and you get neuroadaptations, and kind of when you're coming off, you get very sick. You get very, very sick in lots of different ways, and I even ended up in hospital, and then I was just getting so much pressure from everyone around me, friends, family, you name it, everyone, to get back on medication, and I just absolutely just did not want to. I mean, they could never understand what it's like being on that stuff, and then I was lucky enough, one of my associates, one of my friends, close friends, and I asked him, I was like, look, protect me, everyone's just trying to get me back on medication. It's crazy, and then I was quite sick at the time, and he brought me here. Actually, he brought me here. That's how I first came here, and I was an absolute wreck, and then the food here, combination of the food and also the rape, and then all the chiro work, that's done here, and the bone setting to put you back into alignment. My vision was so bad. I could barely see, and there was Master put some eye drops in my eyes from the Amazon. It was quite painful, but just short time, just for 30 seconds or something, but it does burn, and so you have to get held down. And then after that, and I was going to get laser, I was just waiting until I couldn't see anything, and then I was just going to get laser, right? But anyway, these eye drops, and I suspect, I don't know exactly what's in them, but I suspect it's some kind of rape type, liquid rape or something. I think it's got tobacco in it, because I've had tobacco in my eyes and it burns like that, tobacco powder. But for the first 2 days after that, I could see so clearly, I could see things vibrate, pulsate, for a couple of days, and then that wore off. But my vision is perfect, absolutely perfect. I don't need laser, I don't need any of that, right? Just a few eye drops from the Amazon, and you can see again, right? It's and then all the bone setting as well, and now I can I can jump. I've got and after all that, I'm kind of ambidextrous. Is the term ambidextrous? I've got the same kind of strength in both arms now.
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, and the same kind of coordination. It's like, yeah, they reset your alignment here through the chiro that's done here, and yeah, oh yeah, and one of the things that I learned here is like how important it is to be alkaline. Because when I was sick, that was like one of the first things that was done. Like I had some advice from someone here to start taking something called flour of salt. And flour of salt is like, it's the froth from the ocean, and they process that, but that's like potently alkaline. And I was like mixing, say 2-3 teaspoons of that salt into some water in the morning and drinking it, and like over the course of a week, the alkalinity, the pH of my body like changed, right? And I think that was one of the, that was something that's very important. But like you can see, like like the best medicine is actually the right food, the right intake, and things like that, and like Western medicine is just like that whole Western medical system. It's a mafia. It's
Mafia.
like, they are. That's exactly what they are. It's just designed to make money. They're not in the
Ethical.
No, they're not in the interest of the people at all. No way. They're interested in making money, like that's the scary thing. Like I said, they are a mafia, but it's scary because they've got like 10 billion people's lives to like monetize on. And that's why, like, even, you see tobacco packets and anything to do with tobacco, it's just absolutely full of propaganda on there, like pictures of like people dying and this and that and lungs and all. But I think it's actually opposite, because like, for example, the tobacco that's it's in the rape and in those eye drops or whatever, right? Tobacco has some kind of healing power, and I noticed this in Shangri-La actually. I was in one of the very large monasteries there, very famous monasteries, and I noticed the monks there were chewing tobacco, they were doing rape, basically, but I think it was just tobacco. And I actually took some tobacco from here up there and shared it with the monastery, and left one bottle there, because in Shangri-La the main the main deity they're kind of worshipping there is Tara, Kali. It's the main.
Oh, the main.
Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of similar to Calcutta in a way, like where it's like Kali Ma is, Tara Ma is like main, worship, and Shangri-La is certainly that, and like you go into the big monasteries, and like they have like, for Tara Ma the prasad, the Daru prasad is like alcohol, cigarettes, tobacco, like absolutely incredible. I recommend everyone at least once in their life to visit Shangri-La in Yunnan, Tibet. It's not very far from Chiang Mai, actually. Very easy to get to, and like, I mean, that's the closest thing to heaven on earth I've seen, and I've been to lots of places. Is definitely Tibet, for sure. So yeah, I mean that's some story of what transpired in the last few months after I came off medication, and how, like, I mean, the temple here, I mean, they saved me, literally. It's like no other way to describe it. I'd be like totally screwed otherwise. I don't know. I would have been pressured somehow to get back onto medication or something, and it just would have been, I would have been back to that place that I don't want to be. So thanks, Master.
Okay, thank you. อ่าวันนี้ก็ขอขอบคุณแขก VIP ที่ได้มาแชร์ประสบการณ์ให้พวกเราที่อยู่ทางบ้านหรือว่าอยู่ทางไหนเนี่ยอยู่หลายๆที่หลายๆทางนะก็ถือว่าเลยนะครับว่าใครที่ฟังรู้เรื่องก็ช่วยแปลให้ตามาหน่อยตามาฟังไม่เคยรู้เรื่อง
No, I've just got a bit of cut here, so it's just a bit.
อ๋อ
So you should try this stuff. It's called flour of salt.
Flour of salt.
วันนี้
Heard of flour
วัน
of
นี้ก็
salt?
มีแขกมี
So
แขก
like
พิเศษ
flour is in
ที่ได้มาแบ่ง
like
ปั
the
นแช
flour.
ร์ประสบการณ์
Flour of
ด
salt.
รโรบินจากออส
So
เตรเลี
like
ย
they get the froth
อา
from the
จารย์โย
ocean
คะ
and they process it.
นัสแล้วก็
Not process it,
Tibet,
but like not in a bad
India.
way, and turn it into
ในโอกาสหน้าเรา
turn
ก็
it
จะมี
into a
แขก
very
VIP
pure salt.
มานั่งทอล์กโชว์กัน
And
แช่
like
น้ำกันทุก
from an
เช้า
alkaline
ถ้าใคร
perspective,
สนใจ
like
อยาก
Himalayan
จะฟัง
pink salt
ประส
is
บ
very
การณ์
alkaline.
คนที่มา
Right? You
เข้า
can have that
เป่าลา
to
เฟ่ห
increase
รือ
your
ว่ามา
pH.
ทำอะไร
But this
ที่
stuff
นี่นะ
is
มา
like
ดูแลสุขภาพ
very
แบบองค์รวม
So
ก็
like if you want to like
รอรับ
quickly
ฟัง
like change
ยาม
the
เช้า
pH of your body,
เวลาไม่แน่นอน
just like
ก็ประมาณสัก
buy
7
that
โมง
stuff. You
8
can,
โม
I
ง
mean, it's a gourmet
ที่เรา
salt.
จะได้มา
Right?
คุยกันพบปะกัน
And just in the
ก็
morning,
ถือว่า
put 3
ขอบคุณ
teaspoons
มาก
of
ๆเลยที่
water
วันนี้
and
ที่
drink it
มี
for
ประ
a
สบ
week.
การณ์ดีๆมาแบ่งปันกัน
you'll
ก็
feel
ยินดี
Yeah, your pH.
ในอนาคต
Where
คงจะเป็น
can we find it?
ศูนย์รวม
Just
international
Tops, the 7-Eleven,
นา
whatever.
นาชาติมารวมกันที่นี่นะเพราะว่าจะมา
No. It's called
ก็เริ่มจาก
flour of salt.
สังขารก็เริ่มจากแขก
Flour of
ค
salt,
งจะ
fleur
นั่ง
de sel or
นั่ง
something. It's
ท่า
like
ตั้ง
a
รับ
French
ที่นี่
name.
เพราะ
Flour of
คง
salt.
จะออกต่างประเทศน้อย
And
หน่อย
that's the stuff you want
ค
to
งจะ
take.
You
จัด
can get in
กิ
like
จ
the
กรรม
market.
จัดคอร์สที่
You
นี่
can get it in
บ่อย
supermarket.
ๆสำหรับต่างประเทศ
It's a gourmet salt.
คนไทยก็ถ้าไม่สนก็ไม่เป็นไร
Top
นะแล้วก็พยายาม
7-Eleven,
จะโฟ
any of these
กัสไป
shops,
ทาง
right?
ค
You
น
can
ต่างป
order
ระ
it
เทศ
on
ที่เขา
Amazon,
เปิด
but it's
ใจ
called flour
มาเรียน
of
รู้
salt.
ศาสตร์ทางเอเชียเรานะฮะแล้วก็ตมาก็จะเอาศาสตร์
I
ทาง
recommend
อ
take
เม
it for
ซอ
a
น
week.
รวมกับศาสตร์ทางแผนไทยหรือว่าหลายๆเรื่องนะ
2-3
มาแบ่ง
teaspoons
ปัน
of
ให้
water first thing in
พวก
the
เรา
morning.
ได้
You
รับ
put
ทราบ
the
กัน
water, do it for 1
วัน
week,
นี้ก็ขอขอบคุณ
and
ทุ
you
กท่าน
feel your self change from the alkalinity. The alkalinity has some effect also on the brain and stuff.